Hello there guys, I'm Race Rider. Welcome to my MOT vlog. Yes. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Yet again, been a fair while since I've done another motor vlog, but yeah, thought I'd get one going today. I'm off to Bury St Edmunds, and so I've got something I want to talk about this time around, strangely enough. Probably controversial to the people that it concerns, what isn't. But it's all to do with the politics of e-liquid and whatnot and such. Basically, there's a company called IVG, and there's been a bit of a uproar about them of late, about trademarks and copyright and whatnot. So I don't know if you know, you may or may not know the company IVG, but they do an e-liquid called Bubblegum Millions. And they've trademarked their IVG logo, which is fair enough, and they've trademarked the word millions within e-liquid. And within the e-liquid world, you have what we would call a clone, which is someone who copies a reputable brand for their flavour, and they will call it a similar name, such as, I don't know, something Bubblegum Billions or Trillions. Now that's where the proverbial has hit the fan, and IVG have been looking to sue these clone companies, even though they're technically not using the word millions. But I don't know what to say about that, to be fair, because I mean, it's all fair enough a company using their own words and trademarking, there's nothing wrong with that. But to sue another company for using a word that sounds like their words, even though the flavour profile was somewhat similar. I mean, there's a fair few flavours that all taste the same, but they've got a little different profiles. One that tastes more like strawberry and one that tastes more like bubblegum or whatever, you know. But to sue companies over such a small petty thing, it's kind of ridiculous in that respect. However, the biggest thing what I seen was they were looking to well, they weren't really, however, right, this will be explained. So their legal team sent out a letter or an email to a little Facebook group called UK Vape Deals, who have their own website selling e-liquids and whatnot. And people on Facebook, they were losing their proverbial over it. They were ranting and raving how they should boycott IVG for this and that and the other. But in my opinion, why? If a company would, you know, completely rip off another company, then fair enough. But they're just protecting their intellectual property. Good day, sir. So I don't get it. I don't get why the vape community has gone so crazy over it. Obviously this IVG Bubblegum Millions is a replica, flavour-wise, of the Bubblegum Millions that you'd get, the sweets, the little round balls that taste like bubblegum. which, you know, that company also got involved, and the Bubblegum Millennium Sweets got involved, saying that they're looking to take action upon the e-liquid. However, the trademarks are within different things. One's a confectionery, a sweet, and one, is it confectionery? I don't know, a sweet, and the other one is an e-liquid, registered under two different categories, and yet people were still losing their proverbial. I keep saying proverbial because I don't want to swear. I mean, everyone on Facebook's got an opinion about stuff. Just because you've got a belief in something doesn't mean you're right. It's all well and good, vapers like me alike, having our say about things, but is it really right to? When we don't know the ins or the outs? I mean, we've all got sexual organs, we just don't wave them around at other people, you know? Well, maybe some of us do, but to boycott a company just for trademarking their stuff and trying to protect their intellectual property, kind of pathetic, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, this may not go down well with vapers out there who know about all this. But no, again, that's my opinion, and it may not be right, but yeah, that's just how I see things. There's just so many. There's a certain live streamer who does e-liquids, and he was basically slating any company who would dare to rip off a reputable brand, as in using logos that look very similar and names that are looking very similar. And when all this IVG stuff kicked off, was he on the IVG side? Was he hell? Was he hell? Obviously I'm not going to state who he is, but I'm sure if he sees this he'll realise what he's done. But yeah, that's that little subject done and dusted, and my opinion of it. My baby, she's got her first ever MOT coming up, and I'm dreading it, absolutely dreading it. Just had a new rear tyre put on it. Kid inside the road. Need a new front tyre on it. Need to do a few things here and there to make sure it's all MOT ready. But other than that, I think she'll fly through. It's just that, you know, the dread, the MOT dread. Well, no, I'm sending it to the good lads at Equine Motorcycles in Bury St Edmunds. If you're local to Bury, trust me, those guys, yeah, hit them up. You need anything done to your bike, MOT, maintenance, anything. Hit those guys up. They're a bunch of really good people. I've got to get the front tyre put on. I mean, this one's not completely illegal, there's still a bit of tread there, but you know, winter's on its way and all that proverbial. Expecting a couple of advisories, to be fair. Loud exhaust and whatnot. And she's done me proud, this bike. What's she done? 29,000 miles. I've had her 3 years, and not really had any major issues with her other than a stone that hit the radiator, bit of bad running due to, I believe, water getting into the electrics, but there's been nothing major. Touch wood. I can't touch wood. I'll have to stop and hug a tree or something, but you know what I mean. She's done well. She's done real well. I've never actually owned a bike as long as I've owned the Z, and to do pretty much 30,000 miles without any major hiccups, yeah, what else can you ask for, really? Hopefully she's got another 30,000 in her without any major hiccups. I mean, you just got your general maintenance of things, oiling and lubing stuff, and changing of tyres, and filling with petrol. That's the painful one, filling with petrol. And to change the subject once again, unfortunately I don't really see much of Alex. He's all loved up and whatnot, and having a couple of not issues, but there's a few things in his way. But hopefully we're going to see him tomorrow, have a little chat with him, and got Cop Dock in Ipswich coming up. It's going to be loads of fun. Hopefully it's not going to be as moist as last year. That'd be a good show. I'm going with Alex, and his girlfriend's going as well, I believe. Should see some familiar faces. Pretty sure all the Suffolk crew will be going. The Suffolk crew being Weggy and Rob64, Suffolk Andy, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it'd be good to hook up with those guys again, as I've said previously in another motor vlog. Went up a gear instead of down a gear for some reason then. Silly boy. But yeah, that's what's what. Hopefully next time I'll have a better video for you to be watching, something to actually look at. Probably be at Cop Dock, unless I can find a meet or a bike show before then. So as usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't do a rain dance because we don't need any. And I'll catch you around. Ta-da! Use your eyes! Fucking idiot.